Hello, hello, hello. How we doing? Good mornings. Good mornings, good mornings. Welcome in, boys and girls. I'm chipping away at me skin in for the morning because it's flipping easy money right now. Well, it's easy once it's set up. The setup is pretty labor intensive, but once it's up and running, it's just fucking cash monies. It's hard to not be doing this right now. Cash monies. I've got a couple of I've already been starting this morning because I was up early with the doggos. So I'm getting the basics done now. Few teams left. I'm already up to like 27 majestic hides, so it's been a good morning so far. Good morning so far. Let's see if it gets any better. The amount of people lurking, waiting for lures is kind of wild, by the way. This is clearly a morning activity for people as well. Clearly a morning activity. I see way more people doing this at this sort of time of the day than I do in the evenings. Maybe in the evenings people have already done this, and maybe in the evenings everybody is off doing their own thing. Hence maybe why the price goes flipping bananas. Right. Go on. Go on. All the loots. All the loots. Never lucky. Hides. Times 4. Never lucky. Hides. Times 4. Oh, hide. We take a hide. Hide times 4. Never lucky. Okay, that was a boo-boo of a team. Why is the I'm scared buff still there? I'm not sure. That shouldn't be a thing. That's meant to disappear once you've killed it. Right, to the Void Storm. To the Void Storm. It's I've got to relist all my auctions as well in a minute. Once we finish with this. Kind of doing things in a bit of a different order today. Switch it up a little bit. Get the skinning out the way first. Then we'll go and do some other stuff. You guys all sort of stay close. Put Stinky Bright Potion on. The Void Storm looks really weird in the daytime. You expect the Void Storm to be like all dark and purpley. With the Stinky Bright Potion, it's kind of like all colourful, like Najatar. It's kind of weird. It would be nice if I didn't have to cart all of these fellas all over the place, but there's no real other cheesy way to do it other than to convert them all to flipping. Can Paladins even be Volpera? I don't think Paladins can be Volpera, can they? Meaning I don't even think I could convert them all to Volpera if I wanted to.
Are you just glad to see me?
Don't think it's a possibility. Euclid with the 42 months. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that. Welcome in this morning. Hope you're making the millions. I've lost my train. Time to reset fish? I don't know. Yeah, Hyde went up to as high. I saw it as high as 22k. I sold a fair few of them at 20k yesterday, which is kind of wild. Did the 5 Delve quest, got my S tier trinket as a reward. My jaw dropped. Yo, that's winning. Fair play. If I can get, I've been up early this morning, so if I can get this finished nice and quick, I've got to relist my auctions, but after that I might just play the game. Meaning we might go and do a bit of a few delves and whatever. Go explore. Mass crafting gold is going well. Nice. I'm like, I've kind of been sort of made aware that I've been maybe unfairly unfairly critical of mass crafting recently. And It's not because I don't think that there's humongous amounts of gold to be made in it. It's more down to the fact that the level of dedication and effort you have to put into it to reach that limit is kind of beyond what I'm looking to do right now. But I mean, for those who are capitalizing on it, you are going to be absolutely printing right now. Got 2 hides from that one, which we'll take. They're all following. They're all following. Yeah, look how beautiful the Void Storm is with a Stinky Bright potion. Place is totally different vibes. Turn off the dark, dingy purple, and all of a sudden this place looks... It's got Najatar vibes, look. I mean, Najatar's a bit PTSD for some people, but, like, it's kind of crazy how you change the skybox, and all of a sudden it's a new zone. Buying the whole auction house of null voidfish would have cost 1.4 million. It's now 4.2 million. I wonder when somebody's going to pull the trigger. That also wouldn't surprise me. I think the supply of that fish is probably pretty heavy, though. I see these demon hunters every day on their rockets as well, by the way. The multi-box teams, you can start to spot. You kind of get to know. You kind of get to know them a little bit. He's going to kill this dude, and then these lot are going to fly in. Yeah, there we go. You get to know your locals. Get to know the friends. I mean, for all I know, it's one of you lot. It just makes me giggle. As long as all the demon hunters remain relatively friendly, it's all good. 650k potions. Got most of my losses back. Was selling the potions in batches of 400 insta sales, like insta. Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah, yeah. If you were absolutely slamming potions or flasks yesterday, I bet you were just doing silly numbers. Can you steal other people's hides? Well, it's general skinning rules apply. Meaning, yes, somebody can come along and skin the beast if they so choose. You claws and fins here, no hides. Ah, flipping out. Stinky team, that one. Hella stinky team. Ha! Demon Hunters come say hi. Right, let's trade over any of the goodies we did get. Which was not super lucrative on this team. But I tell you what, one thing I have noticed doing this is the variancy is absolutely wild. You can either get like 0 gold or you can get 300,000 gold. It's kind of cracked. Now, obviously, the way to smooth out those averages is to just have lots of characters doing it, which fortunately I now do. But it's kind of both... It's kind of both a real dopamine kick when it works well. And real feels bad when it doesn't. One of you, 3. Wow, you got like some of everything. Right, what's that? Now up to 627,000 gold so far this morning. At current listing price. Which we'll take. Can you give a TLDR on why it's so expensive? Well, it's basically on a daily cooldown, but there's only a chance to get it on that daily cooldown. There's 5 majestic beasts now, only 3 of which can be killed, spawned, and skinned once per day. Only 3 of those 5 actually drop the hide though. So those 3, so you basically, with a fully set up skinner, get 3 chances a day to kill a mob that has about what feels like a 20 to 30% chance to drop a hide. So the supply is relatively constrained. On top of that, the hide goes into a very, very useful chest enchant for a very large part of the player base, amongst other things. So in other words, it's just a combination of a very tight supply chain and pretty hefty demand right now. Feels like the tinderbox of the expansion. Similar, you know, but I also kind of think it's just one of those that it's, you know, it's greatly in the favor right now on, well, it's a seller's market. It's a seller's market today, but it's something that I also think will change very, very quickly. It could, though, potentially, if they don't change anything or don't fuck about with it. Yeah, it'd be a pretty steady earner. A nice alternative for the alt armies, if and as and when concentration kind of is done. Concentration, I think, will last out by the looks of things for most professions where it's sort of useful. I think it'll last out most of the season, I reckon. But concentration is going to be pretty tough cookies, maybe by season 2. Although it just it does kind of depend on the high quality basic gathering market, really. Either way, however it plays out, like it's good right now. It's definitely good right now. The difficulty with tinderbox is more so than anything else. I mean, you could farm tinderboxes, let's not forget. The difficulty with tinderboxes, though, is they went into, like, base reagents. And a lot of, like, tinderboxes went into alloys, did they not? Sanctified alloys, along with a nullstone. Which basically meant the entire plate market was kind of cucked by the price of tinderboxes. Majestic hides, even though they're in demand right now, I don't think the demand is anywhere near as high as the demand was for tinderboxes. But it's, you know, the supply is also just as is probably more constrained than tinderboxes were. So it's, yeah, I mean, it's similar vibes, I guess. Reddit heal, Reddit cat. Oh god. Team Reddit is out in force. Wait, dead? How can I be dead? Thought I carefully positioned myself in a place where I didn't get aggro from anything. It must have been that bear that's behind me on the... Yeah. There's a bear that lurks around here that gets a little bit too close if he wakes up. He comes out of hibernation. Oh, my brain's all confuzzled. These are not the guys that are set up properly. These are the guys that are just are only able to do the cat right now. My issue is that I'm an alt enjoyer, so having to get the chest enchant on all of them is going to be really expensive. Happy for the skinners putting in the work to make the bank, though. Well, yeah, if you are an alt enjoyer, your cost to play does grow in a linear fashion with however many alts you're playing, yeah. Okay, only the one hide from that lot. One is better than none. These guys only trade things over. They've tagged something. How are we doing, Lady Daisy? Welcome in. Good morning, good morning. My hides per kill average for the Void Storms, 0.36 for the Grand and 0.242 for the Renown one. 450 kills each with 80 knowledge points. That's pretty good data. That's sizable enough data for good science purposes. Off we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more teams to do, where I can currently only kill the cat. Because I haven't finished setting these ones up properly. The only thing I think they might do, and I can't foresee them doing this, but the only thing they might do is they might change the loot table on the majestic beasts, making it so that they all have chance to drop the hide. It will at least give people 5 chances per day, as opposed to just 3. So you could argue that's a subtle, that will definitely buff the supply, without it like completely diminishing the efforts of those that have got it all set up already. I can kind of maybe see that being a thing. Subtle change the loot tables, making them all drop hides. But I don't think they're going to do like a conversion thing or anything. It just doesn't seem to make sense. Then again, like, the only reason people are thinking about a conversion is because that's exactly what they did with tinderboxes. But nobody saw that coming, really, before they did it. And it would be a 50-50 if Blizzard would just, like, copy-paste the same solution to convert claws and fangs into hides. Doesn't really make sense, though, like, thematically. But then, I guess, converting random-ass things into a tinderbox also doesn't make sense, but who knows? Oh, there's one hide. Did you not get anything? Oh, just a knowledge point. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, dude, Druids and Rose, welcome in. Good morning, good morning. I thought you said you're back at work. Are you off for the weekend already? if the community makes a big enough stink similar to the absurd crafting prices in Season 1, then they could make some changes. Yeah, the difference I think with comparing tinderboxes. So it was the people who were making the stink. Crafters were with tinderboxes. You had the entire anybody that went anywhere near blacksmithing was complaining about tinderbox prices. Whereas this time it's like a much smaller subset. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm of the opinion if they make a change, it will probably only if they make any sort of change to give more chances for hides to drop, then that still works in my favor because I just quite simply have more characters farming it, so I will just get more. It will be less, it'll be less gold per unit, but more units. So I don't think it will really make that much of a difference either way. We'll see. Like always, they're a bit like inconsistent with what they change and what they don't change. For example, they made a huge change. I suppose tinderboxes they made a change to, and you can say that, well, that's somewhat directly related to player power. I was going to say that they didn't change miscellaneous mechanica in any way, but mechanica had 0 player power impact at all, did it? Mechanica was purely for pets and mounts. It was entirely cosmetic. So they didn't really have huge reason to change that, and they didn't. So maybe we might see a change to this if it gets too crazy. This weekend will probably be the telltale, won't it? If hides if hides hit 30k a piece over the weekend, Blizzard might be like, right, okay, now this is starting to get a bit crazy. One. Oh, you got the evening shift, I see. Makes sense. PvP main, tried doing gathering on my main, but I don't like leaving the city very much. Should I just switch it to crafting, or is it pretty much too late? All my alt army is crafters. If you do a lot of PvP and you don't like leaving the city, you are absolutely primed to do work orders for people. Work orders kind of lock you into the city, but your standard armor crafting professions, blacksmithing, tailoring, leatherworking, for example, you could spec a few of those into getting some good pieces. And just whilst you're standing around in the city waiting for battlegrounds or arenas or whatever it is you're mainly focused on, you can fill orders for people. Yeah, it's the Putty Cat and it's Eversong and Voidstorm rares that, or summonables that drop the hide. If you go the work order route as well, it's relatively cheap to set up because you don't need to worry about epic tools. Just buy yourself, you don't even need the good ones. You need the blue tools because you need the skill off the blue tools, but you don't necessarily need to pay the premium to get the quality 5 blue tools. Your gold comes mostly from tips. You will make a few extra pennies from some resourcefulness procs, but it's rarely likely that you'll cover the cost of high quality profession tools with just resource procs, unless you are doing literally hundreds of orders. Ah, not a single hide. I really need to get around to optimizing these teams. The problem is taking them from about 25 knowledge points up to 80, as you've seen over the last few days in streams, is a couple of hours process per team, which is, I don't mind doing it because it's stupid money right now, but... And I guess the best time to do it is when it is stupid money, because I'll never do it when the price of these hides drop. Put it that way. Claw. We've got 2 more teams. 2 more teams of putty cat killers. Now, in theory, these putty cat killers could also go kill the Voidstorm ones. But I'd have to have not skinned them on my main toon to repeatedly place the lures down. And that doesn't happen because I always forget. Plus the fact that they only have a low chance to get the majestics in the first place. Kind of a lot of effort for not a lot of reward. Time would probably be better spent zerging them up to 80 out of 80 knowledge points. Come on, in you come. There we go. Augment runes down to 600 gold. Are they that cheap now? People are panicking. Come on, lots of hides. Lots of hides. Oh, stupid claw. Claw, never lucky. Never lucky. Never lucky. Wow, what a stinky set that was as well. Right, one more team. One more team. I guess people are dumping because the raid seems pretty easy, but it could still change next week. And most likely will, Copium. We'll see, we'll see. It's one of the... it's difficult, isn't it? Because, you know, sure, the big guys are like... Well, Limit have done 7 bosses now, haven't they? And I'm sure by the end of the day, Echo will have too. So it's kind of like... Yeah, it looks easy. It looks easy if you are looking at the best players in the world. Doesn't necessarily mean that the vast majority of the player base is going to have anywhere near the same level of luck. You know, there are some guilds that don't even get into Mythic. And I've tend to learn over the years that the great consumption of BOEs and consumables and min-maxy stuff is mostly done by those that get stuck somewhere in the middle. Really fucking tempted to buy these squirrels, you know. Those damn squirrels, unfortunately, are just too on brand for me. Oh no, I've legitimately ran out of Eversong lures. Do I want to buy some more? Probably not. They're probably expensive, aren't they? Jesus. The fucking hell's going on with the price of this fish? Oh, God. 30k for 10 days worth of kitty cat kills. That's 3k a day. That's 3k a pop. No wonder people are leeching the shit out of this one. Not dropping the lures themselves. Damn. Oh, I don't mind as much because I get 4 kills out of each lure, but it still means at 3k a piece, even a claw or a heart, like, I basically lose gold unless I get a hide on the 4 characters. That's crazy to think that this is now, like, to be able to kill this in a team with a team of 4, you can still lose gold doing it in a team of 4. That's kind of crazy. I basically only make gold when I get the hides now on the kitty cat. In lure crafting, multi-craft. It weirdly shows multi-craft and resourcefulness in there, but you can't get any of the stats, so basically no. As a skinner, you don't have access to multi-craft or resourcefulness stats or perks from anywhere, really. So what's with the brightness there? It should be dark. Stinky bright potion. Stinky bright potion makes it look all beautiful. I clearly don't use it on all of my characters though, because that's just a waste. Oh, come on, are we not going to get a single hide off this? Wow, not a single majestic off that team. There we go, see? Even on 4 characters, the cost of the lure basically meant that I lost gold. Whilst killing the kitty cat on 4 characters. Woo! Spicy meatball. More people need to get out fishing. Yeah, not only is the supply of these constrained, but skinners are set to lose gold unless they get the hide. That's probably a bigger problem than anything else. But ultimately, that should just tell skinners, just go do some fishing. In a gold rush, sell fish, apparently. Right, that then is all of the main skinners that I have set up done now. My bag total, according to Goblin Toolbox, is 687,000 gold worth of stuff. Is what we've hauled from skinning today. I was doing this for probably 45 minutes to an hour before stream. So, yeah, I'll take nearly 700k from today. The question is what price do I sell these majestics? What price do I sell the hides for? This is that's 700k, pricing them at 17,500 gold a piece. They went up to 22 yesterday. I might simply post them at like 22,000 gold and just, you know, see if they sell this evening. Well, they're 19,300 right now. 2,800 of them. I'm tempted to slam them in at like 22k a piece. Some of these people down here are like clearly stacking them, expecting the weekend sales to just be flipping bananas. But there's 2,800 of them, and there's probably 1,000 of them here. We just join the party up here. Just join the party up here, I reckon. Put ours in there. Join the party. 33 of them would be nearly 800k if we sell them later today. Put them in for 12 hours. That will remind me to check them later today. And the rest of the stuff we'll just sell it as is. Really thought it was easy money, didn't realise the lures ate into the profit. Yeah, the price of the lures are flipping stupid money. This is why the basic ones are. People are having to wait for other people to drop the lure because they can't afford to do it themselves. What have we got price wise on these? We got the Eversong lure is 3,200 gold to craft it. So it's gonna, you know, when you've got to spend 3,200 gold for the chance, for only about a 20% chance to get a majestic hide, you're gambling 3,200 gold at the chance of getting 20k back right now. Harandar lure is 1,500 gold, but the reality is there's not many people actually killing this one because it requires you to be level 90, nor does it actually drop hides, it just drops fins. So once again, and the fact that this doesn't drop fins very often, the fin is only like 3,000 gold apiece. The Void Storm ones are weirdly cheaper, but it's because the fish are 30,000 octopus compared to like 8,000 of these, 6,000 of these. These weirdly, it says common fish in Quel'Thalas, but I don't actually think it's that common. Crowdfunded lures, yeah. Grand Beast lure, because there's 168,000 nullfish, void fish, sorry. The supply of these fish is flipping stupid high, but I think that's because people farm the void. They're farming for the mount, aren't they? So there's just like basically an unlimited supply of these fish. But you got to put 50 points into skinning before you can use that lure. That's the final one in the tree. 40 points, sorry, to create the Grand Beast lure. Which is outside of the basic build. The basic build is fly around, do your treasures for like 25 knowledge points. Put 20 points in here and then start filling out the majestic materials. This one is actually probably the 80th knowledge point that you gain. Anyway, let's let that cook. Let's let that cook. If I look at material, if I filter what's on the auction house, my auctions filter by mats. 1.1 million gold worth of materials listed right now from skinning in the last few days. Right. Might be time to check the auctions. Make a YouTube video about how great fishing is. The thing is I've not checked, but like, I know it's good money, but I have no idea how to do it. No idea how to do it. Time to fish on the 5 accounts. I don't like doing fishing once. I'm not inclined to do fishing 5 times. Oh my god, I've just noticed how ridiculously gross my microphone cover is. There was half a dog on it. As a healer main, I love me some whack-a-mole, so I kind of like fishing on multiple accounts. Oh, that's true. Yeah, keep those plates spinning. Right, let's get some auctions done now. See if we sold anything yesterday. See if we can get this number a little bit bigger. That was the most awkward way to point to that. I think I could have just done this. I reckon you could make a service of selling the service of putting down the lure. Oh, I genuinely bet you could. Placing Eversong lure, 1,000 gold tip. You know, I bet you could. Oh, are people working towards the new drop today? There's another decor plushie drop, I think, on Twitch today. There should be some progress being made to that. I haven't put drops and stuff in my title today, but there is a new plushie to be had. 102,000 gold, yes please. You mixing rods, you backpacks, quill, sickle. Yoink. Belt of the Black Eagle. What the Christ is that? And why did I sell it for 50k? Belt of the Black Eagle. Belt of the Black Eagle. I purchased this for 5,000 gold 211 days ago. And have now sold it for 50k. Sure. Yoink. Lotuses are up to 3.3k. I don't see them slowing down anytime soon. That's pretty heavy. That's pretty heavy of a price. Genuinely, the best thing that could have happened to the flask market is that lotuses don't have quality, because it means even normal quality flasks are probably stupid expensive as well, aren't they? Because both the normal and the high quality flask get pulled up by the price of the lotus. Oh, 36. We should hit 37 mil soon. Do it the other way around. Want to buy lure setup, 500 gold. If I get a hide, you get 4,000 gold instead. It would be cool if you could mass summon them, because you could then do something like that. But you can only summon. You can only skin it once a day. A lot of effort for one kill. Most people just lurk in the area until somebody comes along and places a lure, and then they tag the kill. It's just easier and doesn't cost you anything. I like your goblin brain, though. It works. Hunter's Pack, Mixing Rod. There's only 2k arcane fish left on the whole EU. Ooh dear. Ooh dear. Maybe we might have to go farm some up. Bit of fish in on a Friday. Good morning, Mathewson stream. Hope skinning's treating you well. Thank you very much. It is. It's not doing too bad. We did about 700k today with the skinning team. Assuming we can get it all to sell, that is. Might be a little bit more if we thirst on the price of the hides. Wait, sell them this evening. Had 2.5 mil laying around, so spent another mil on augment runes. Let's risk it. Now I've got 2 mil invested. Don't mind keeping them to 12.3 if I have to. It's the best way to do investments. Only spend the gold that you're not really bothered about. Only spend the gold you're not bothered about. I'm not going to speculate on anything else, though. I've still got probably 10 mil worth of stuff to sell. Maybe a bit more. I'm actually trying to liquidate a little bit at the moment. I need... I'm probably going to drop 10 to 15 mil on tokens. Get all of my accounts a year of game time. Get all the accounts a year of game time. Then that gives us 12 months to like really push. See how far we can get without any big, sizable monthly expenses. Leather Shapers Schmock. Probably below crafting cost on those at the moment because they take a hide. It's funny. A lot of my, I think it's one of the leatherworking accessories that takes a hide to make. They probably only cost me 7 or 8k to make when I made them because I made them all with hides at 5k a piece. Not so cheap to recraft though. Done the delves 950 times. Oh my lord. I won't announce my descent into madness, but there will be signs. I mean, that's a foghorn going off, that one. That's not a sign. That's a straight up cry for help. I don't think I've done 950 delves ever. I don't think I get... there's no way I did 950 delves in the War Within. Not even close. Isn't there an achievement for doing 1,000 delves? I mean, I can probably calculate how many delves I did in the War Within. There's 52 weeks in a year. 52 weeks in a year, and I probably never did more than 8 runs of a delve in any given week, and I definitely didn't do them every single week. So what's that? Tops 400 delves. Absolutely tops. Ironforge Chandelier. I'm really running out of decor though. Could do with going on a bit of a decor hunt. That said, I have just said I'm trying to liquidate gold a little bit, so maybe not. Really thought the token would dip below 200k. I mean, I'd love to see it go below 300k in the EU, but I'm not sure it's going to go there. It might, but it might tickle 300, but I mean, tokens below 2, like Team NA, you don't understand how easy you've got it. Like, you genuinely don't. 200k for a token. You can make 100k an hour herbing and mining. Like, in Team NA, you can fly around and you can pick up ore for 2 hours and buy a month of game time. That's actually cracked, by the way. Why do I not play this game on Team NA? Why do I bother? Why do I bother playing it on hard mode? Genuinely. Actually, what is the point of playing it on hard mode? Less gold per hour because there's twice the player base. And 50% more expensive tokens. It's literally playing the game on hard mode. I've said this for a few years, but I was I've been a few times tempted to like dive into my Team NA account, get stuff on the go. But it's the quality of life stuff that's hard to like. You don't realize just how much progress you have made on an account in 20 years. It becomes so difficult to put that down, to consider going and starting completely fresh again. We gave you the invite. You actively chose hard mode. I know. It's kind of wild. The problem would be is that if I really got into the Team NA stuff, I'd very quickly end up with like flipping 4 accounts again over on Team NA, 5 accounts on NA. I can't be doing 10 accounts. It's just not feasible. I got my work cut out of me on Team EU. Couple of herbalist backpacks. Those things literally sell like candy. What's the total? Oh, we've surpassed 37 mil now. Moving up in the world. What's the point of starting fresh? You'll end up with the same outcome in several years. Well, the reason that it's kind of intrigued me a little bit is because of like what I've always said. I'm more about the journey of goal making than I am farming the destination. I I get real bored real quick once, you know, I'm just straight grinding something. Which is kind of why I bounce between goal making opportunities. Not all of them end up being the most lucrative, but like this skinning thing at the moment, you know, landed on my feet a little bit with having the characters in the right place at the right time to get that set up pretty efficiently, pretty quickly. I mean, I say efficiently and quickly. We're a month into the expansion at this point. What's the date? The 27th. Yeah, we're literally a month into the expansion at this point. There are going to be some people out there that have got not just 10 characters doing skinning, but literally 100 characters doing skinning by this point. If you'd actually just focused on it from day one and you had the characters, you could be doing some absolutely disgusting things with Majestic Hide right now. And I bet there are some people out there that are doing the daily skinning on like 100+ characters. I bet there are. If you were going to go the concentration alt army route and you took one look at like what happened with enchanting in the first couple of weeks, the first few days even, a quick change of direction into skinning could be making you just like filthy money right now. Probably don't need to because they probably hit gold cap 30 times already for the gold made in the first couple of weeks. Yeah, maybe. That said, the incentive might not have been as strong for people when even the hides were down to like 5k a piece at one point, weren't they? The incentive might not have been very strong. I mean, even, you know, I knew it was something I was going to casually set up anyway. Then again, I guess they were all worth about 5k a piece, which I guess makes a difference. Now you're kind of gambling on just the hides. $5k with 100+ characters is still $1 mil a day. It's true. Not that I'm interested in selling it, but why the Singularity rank 1 contracts do not exist in the auction house for nearly 2 weeks? Don't know. Is it? It's probably the fact that you basically can't craft it at rank. I don't know. Is it one of those weird ones? A contract something stupid where you can craft them at rank 2 with all rank 1 mats or something? I don't know. Used to have 2 accounts, completely lost one. No idea the name or the email, etc. to log it on. Still, even that irritates me big time back from Inkata. Ouch. I think I merged 2 accounts way back in the day. 2 different battle nets. Can't quite remember. But we're talking like... We're talking probably Cataclysm era. Majestics were definitely the meta of this expansion. There's a Midnight Classic. This will be what everybody's doing. Kind of like how the Devil Saw farm was in Classic. I mean, I think it's a hot topic today. While I still think there will be value in it for most of the expansion, hides are not going to stay at 20k, right? It's just not happening. They won't stay at 20k. They'll, you know, because you've got 2 factors. You know, it is absolutely a seller's market today, but what you'll very quickly find now that all the content is out, you will have more and more hides being produced every day as more and more people will spin up some skinners, and at the same time the demand for them will drop every single day. So, you know, we're it's probably the peak of the hill right now, the top of the mountain. It's arguably all downhill from here. So yeah, it's kind of crazy money right now, but every day that passes it will be worth less and less and less, and you know, until people choose until people decide it's worth so much less that they just don't bother, and then that will be the standardized value of it for probably most of the expansion from there on out. Did you do the storyline mode for the raid? The city changes after you do the last boss. I recommend you do it. Oh, I almost don't want to do that. That instantly gives me I'm going to have phasing issue vibes. That's almost a warning for me to not do it. 45k, few more profession tools. I have to fly in and out of the city quite regularly. I might actually invest in skinning epic tools at this point for my majestic boys. I'm not even putting blue tools on mine. Nope. Not even bothering with blue tools. You got 2 options, right? It looks like it's lucrative and easy and cost effective to do right now, but that's because the price of it is stupid high. I can guarantee you in a month's time, when the hides are not 15k, 20k a piece, but they're like 3 or 4k a piece, you'll regret spending 20k on a skinning knife on all of your characters. Like, there just isn't the need for it. There just really isn't. If you've got gold to burn and you genuinely don't care and you want to do the dun-dun runs, then you go ahead. But, like, yeah, absolutely not. I'm not even putting blue tools on mine, and I can buy those off the auction house. It's just not worth it. Take the time that you would spend doing the dun-dun runs to just set up more characters. Don't waste it trying to do dun-dun runs to get epic tools on the characters you've already got. My advice. Since today, CraftSim CraftQ does not auto-make the orders. If you don't have the right tool it thinks is best, do you know how to force it? CraftSim's integrated a system similar to No Mats No Make, where it will swap the tools around or suggest you use resourcefulness tools when doing any order. So if you've got multiple tunes on your character, it will, you can right click on the recipe and select equip tools or something, and it will put your resourcefulness tools on automatically for the order. Or it will swap the tools around. Can you disable it? Why would you not want your resourcefulness tool for doing orders? Because you're doing patron orders and don't care. Yeah, but you still want to use your resourcefulness tool if you've got one. Surely, right? I don't know. It is the easy answer. Yeah. There might not be the... I don't know. Sneaky marmot. Sneaky. Should be an arrow under the tool. Turn off auto equip. That's a different add-on. That's not craft scan. Craft sim, sorry. That's No Mats No Make.